afternoon from Chandler, Arizona, Hamilton High School. Tonight we bring you a girls flag football doubleheader, and it is featuring one of the top teams in the country. Our first game, the Perry Pumas and the Chandler Wolves. Game time on Your View is presented by Honor Health. All of us, all for you, and we'd like to welcome all our Your View affiliates across the country. Down here on the field, Jody Jackson alongside Kate Longworth. Danielle Lerner will be on the sidelines here tonight. And Kate, you and I have covered a lot of games through the years here in Arizona. Tonight is special. Girls flag football, it's growing at a breakneck pace.
Yeah, it's been absolutely incredible. From 2019 to 2023, this sport saw a growth of 63% across the nation. And here in Arizona, they went from 55 to 102 teams during that period. I think it's just catching fire, and I think we're going to see some premier athletes on display tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun to call this game.
Chandler is at the epicenter of it all because of the fact that you look at Coach Ray Black for Castile and Coach Matt Stone here at Hamilton. They were a big part of getting it sanctioned through the AIA 2 years ago. Let's get to our matchup tonight. It's Chandler and Perry. Kendall Connor is going to be the Pumas quarterback, and she's a senior that can do a little bit of everything at the QB spot.
Yeah, and she really took over that role in the offseason when there was a little competition for that position. It helped her raise her level of play. And since then, she's kind of just really taken to that role as a very soft-spoken leader, but has command of this team. It'll be fun to see how it plays out tonight.
And then for the Chandler Wolves, Michaela Martinez expected to start 13 touchdown passes on the season. She's been sharing time at quarterback, but tonight, Bryce Lamb, their coach, tells us Michaela will get the go.
Yeah, and she's really been the game changer for the team. She can read a lot of different defenses out there, and what Coach said is her strength is the fact that when he just can't yell across the field what needs to be done, she is like a coach on the field, and her teammates have their full trust when she's out there and has the ball in her hands.
That is a luxury for any coach. Coming up, we've got the keys to the game, and we've got the first matchup of this doubleheader. It's the Perry Pumas and the Chandler Wolves here tonight on Your View.
Who are they?
Those are Grandma's experts.
Oh, why are they here?
Grandma invited them. She's seen a lot of doctors over the years, but she insists they are the best, and not just in medicine.
Yeah, as always. Look at you.
See what I mean?
Get expert care from experts who care.
Have you met my grandson? He's single.
Honor Health. All of us, all for you.
It's easy to find stores that sell and install tires, but many of them don't offer critical services like alignments. Did you know the warranty from the tire manufacturer could be voided if your car's out of alignment? At Big O, we install and maintain every tire we sell, as well as offer many other auto repair services. And yes, that includes alignments. Here at Big O, everything we do is to protect you and your car. Guess that's why tires is in our name. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Looks like it's time for Keys to the Game, brought to you by the giant Mercedes-Benz of Gilbert.
The keys to the game between the Pumas and Wolves today. We've got claim the home field advantage. This is a neutral site for these two teams matching up. And for these teams, very important to get out there, find their identity. Don't try to play each other's schemes or how they play the game, but really establish your way to play the game. And when you go up against inner rivals, same district, looking for a first win in that column, bragging rights, they're on the line. And it's time now to get to the third member of our broadcast team for this game. Down on the sidelines, Danielle Lerner.
Well, Kate, for both of these coaches, a bit of a homecoming of sorts. Let's start with those Perry Pumas. They are coached by Veronica Celaya, and she is relatively new to the sport of flag football. She took over as coach just a couple of years ago. She actually has a background in basketball. She played basketball here at Perry as a student and has now come full circle. She's a teacher here and coaching the flag football team. Now, she has been instrumental in upping participation in the program. She's upped it by 35% in just 2 seasons. She told me before the game she credits all of that to the girls for their love of the game and their energy, and just encouraging everybody to come out and give it a try. For Chandler, we have Coach Bryce Lamb. He went to Chandler High School where he did track and field. He's a marketing teacher and actually kind of got pulled into flag football initially, but came to really enjoy it. So both teams out here really excited, not just about the game here tonight, but really about the trajectory that this sport is on. Kate and Jody.
Thanks so much, Danielle. We appreciate that. Info on the coaches, a lot of dedication, a lot of time, energy, and intensity spent by these coaches, so we appreciate them so much. Veronica Celaya and Preston Jones. And now it's time for tonight's coin toss, brought to you by Honor Health. All of us, all for you. And heads or tails, let's see who's going to win it. It's going to be Perry that will take the ball first. I would say receive, Kate, but there are no kickoffs this year. That is a rule change. So now teams that are possessing the ball are going to start it on the 14-yard line, which basically means it's a 1st and 6, because in flag football, getting to the 20, the 40, and then on the other side, the 40, the 20, those are your first down markers. So it's a short first down to start out as Perry and Kendall Connor take control. It's a hot one a little bit out here, I would say, for being so close to November, and the girls usually play at 6, a doubleheader today, which we're so excited for.
Yeah, we had to kind of really maneuver the shades up here. We've got our shades on too, our sunglasses, to get the clear view of the field, and it's only going to get better weather as tonight goes on, and the competition's going to keep getting better and better out there. It's going to be fun.
89 degrees, wow.
Nice chill.
So Rose
October.
Pope, the center, snaps it over to Connor, who swings it out near side. And the pull is made there by Ariana Molina, but on the catch, and it was a nice one, is Sophia Garibay.
Yeah, great play to get things started. Pick up some yardage there, and let's see what we've got in store.
So the short passing game works well when you're trying to avoid those defenders. Connor, again, going left side, and with the catch is Elise Service, and that is good for the first down, getting out past the 20 and to the 30-yard line.
New set of 4 downs to play with, and it's fun to see Kendall here in this role. She really established herself for it in the offseason. Clear, crisp play right there, catch.
Operating this offense, yeah. 2nd down, it's Connor out to Linnea Helterbrand, and she comes into the game with 12 receptions for 183 yards, making the catch there. I like the short passing game that Veronica Celaya and Preston Jones have going.
And I think it's really just early. You want to establish that confidence, that rhythm out there, know that you can move the ball forward. It's really going to be the bread and butter for this team. We'll see if they can continue playing it out.
So 3rd down here and needing to get it out to the 40. So need a couple of yards here, and it's going to be a direct snap to Garibay, who is extremely shifty. She's really quick. She's a soccer player. And fun fact, she is the 2nd cousin of our family, my husband, Chad. So shout out to her parents, Jaime and Kristen.
We don't want to see any favoritism. However, I think she deserves a lot of credit out there for those that fancy footwork she has out there. Coach talked about that.
It's full disclosure here. Connor complete and just short of the 50. And again, they've got to get all the way to nice completion.
Continues to get established. So the seniors playing a lot of key roles out there, keeping the composure out there, and really setting the tone.
So needing about 12 yards for the first here on 2nd down. And again, it's Garibay who avoids the first defender. And then the flag is pulled there by Science Long, a junior. And she is one of the better flag pullers for this Wolves team.
Yeah, when we asked Coach that, he said that we're going to see her grabbing the flag a lot on there, really quick to get that. And he says she rarely misses when the player gets into her territory. Evidence of that right now on defense.
So a third down here and needing about 4 yards. And the pass complete, and I believe it was good. We'll see where that tackle was made. A flagpole, a tackle, basically one in the same, needing to get to the 40 for the first set of downs, or for another set of downs, I should say, and at least service with the catch. And it is good for a first down.
All right, slowly but steady, moving the chains, if you will, right down.
Kendall Connor showing real good aptitude, and she has time. She had a little bit of pressure there. Oh, and that one, just Linnea Helterbrand could not hold on to it. She had a good amount of time, and then the pressure was coming. And I think that one of the bigger keys, Kate, that I've learned in this game is you have to get rid of the ball quick.
Yeah, especially with so many of these teams featuring two-tier athletes, and they go out there, play multiple sports. A lot of them track stars out there. So you do see speed on display during these games, which really makes it a lot of fun to watch.
It certainly does, on offense and on defense with those rushers. And for Chandler, you see those rushers putting some heat on Connor. She goes deep to Garibay, the intended receiver, but it falls incomplete.
And Garibay, one of those multiple sport athletes, she's actually a soccer player and garnering a lot of collegiate interest, if you will, in the appropriate ways. Just they have their eyes on her. She's only a sophomore, so a lot of growth for her, but a true athlete. And you can see she's been a favorite target so far in this one.
7:28 left here in the first quarter. Oh, a catch and a pitch to Garibay, because they know she can make some defenders miss. That is for sure. And two defenders in the area. Dior Fall with the tackle.
This is a fun one with a little trick play going on there. And you got to like when you see that, getting everyone involved.
It's all about the speed, so you want to get it into the hands of your biggest playmakers, but you also, with Sophia Garibay, they've been going to her a lot on that initial throw, so creativity.
Creativity opens her up because you don't think she's that intended receiver.
So on fourth down here, and with their field position, they are going to go for it. As Connor looks, now runs, and launches it far side, falling incomplete, just short of the receiver.
What you're noticing, too, I think, with Connor, obviously that play didn't work out as intended. But I think the composure, and that was a lot about what Coach talked about coming into this game, that she's really taking ownership of that position.
And with that, we'll go take a short break here. 6:33 left in the first quarter out here in Chandler. It's the Chandler Wolves taking on the Pumas of Perry.
Did you know that Mercedes-Benz of Gilbert could be your first and last stop when looking for a new vehicle?
Our selection is so huge and our prices are so low, you surely won't go anywhere else.
Visit the giant Mercedes-Benz of Gilbert.
And tell them Audrey sent you.
Did you know that if you could afford a Honda or a Toyota, you could afford a Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Gilbert?
I know what vehicle I'd rather drive.
Step up to affordable luxury today.
Visit the giant Mercedes-Benz of Gilbert.
And tell them Charlie sent you.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Hey football fans, looking to kick off your school's fundraising efforts this season? Host a donation drive at your local Goodwill.
Back here at Hamilton High School, we've got a doubleheader going on, and it's Jody Jackson and Kate Longworth up here in the booth. Kate, we saw Perry moving the ball, but unfortunately not able to convert on fourth down, so Chandler will take over on downs, and at the helm is Michaela Martinez, their QB. We've got our referees. We appreciate so much what they do out there. It's Dan Myers and James Leach, our head linesman, Mike O'Connor, our linesman as well. So taking over at the 36 and just needing to get to the 40 for a fresh set of downs. It's Martinez looking, now going to run, and does find a target and getting the first down. So right away, a passing play to Jacqueline Gonzalez.
Yeah, Gonzalez not happy with the flag pulling on that one. Trying to juke him a little out there, but they got it. But it also kind of looks like she has her jersey over it, so see how she's adjusting that right now.
So we did expect Michaela Martinez to start, but it is Ariana Martin who has also seen time at quarterback this year. And Martin is picked off. So Perry with the big defensive play and the return. And it looks like it is Ariana Martin herself, the quarterback, with the flag pull. But what a play, reading the eyes of Martin and making the interception for Perry is Andy Linford. She's got 2 on the year so far, so that makes it number 3 as far as interceptions for Andy Linford.
Just heads up play. They're reading what they were throwing, and she took care of business there, getting her team in great position now. Kind of picking up where they left off on that opening drive.
So we've seen both quarterbacks all year playing for them, and Ariana Martin ended up getting the start over Michaela Martinez, but we'll probably see Michaela Martinez here. Just Bryce Lamb opted to start out with her with that first drive, and here it's Kendall Connor taking over and finding her receiver in Linnea Helterbrand. And Kate, Connor was 7 for 10 for 47 yards on that first drive.
Impressive, right? Like,
not a scoring drive, but still.
Yeah, right. And I think that's, what Coach talked a lot about is you just want to go out there, kind of establish your identity, get your legs under you, get ready, get that confidence going.
So after the turnover, the question for Perry is, can they get into the end zone? And a flag flies. Was a direct snap to Garibay on that play.
Continue getting the hands in the playmakers' hands, or the ball rather in the playmakers' hands.
The call is offsides. And that is going to give Perry a first down. Penalties can be a killer. Throughout the game, we'll talk a little bit more about the help that these coaches have. And for Veronica Celaya, it's Preston Jones, who is football royalty here in the state of Arizona. We'll get into that as the game continues.
If we're supposed to, because I also think he's a little bit of a secret weapon trying to fly under the radar here.
Is that what it is?
And
the completions. Kendall Connor finding her target and getting down to about the 9-yard line.
Ewing there with that reception.
Estella Ewing. And the Pumas are in the Rhino Shield red zone. Rhino Shield, never paint your house again. Yeah, Preston Jones, he had back-to-back finals appearances in 6A with the Perry Pumas in 2017, 2018. You might have heard of Brock Purdy.
I think I heard of him. He has a brother, too. He's done some big things, maybe a Super Bowl appearance and such.
So Preston coached up Brock. Direct snap to Garibay, and she's going to take it in to the end zone. That is a touchdown for Perry. They strike first here. Sophia Garibay, another touchdown, 10 yards out. And this is exactly what Perry needed, Kate, driving the ball, but now pay dirt.
Yeah, and really just look how Sophia is on the run. She really makes people miss her flag. Just that fancy footwork again, drawing back to her soccer natural ability there. And it's a big deal when you establish that tone, getting on the board first.
The kick is up and good. Andy Linford, that's right, she also had the interception, but we watched her warming up as their kicker, and she's been very reliable as the kicker, too. Here's another look at the touchdown.
That speed, she really turns it on, the afterburners, to get into the end zone there. Well done, Sophia.
The effort by Jemiah Henderson for Chandler to pull that flag, but it was a little too late as Sophia Garibay was off and running and in the end zone with speed. So it is 7-0 now, Perry, as Chandler, They will take over on the 14. It's Ariana Martin scrambling and finding a little bit of room out there. She turns it upfield past the 30 out to the 35 where the pull is made by Regan Jones.
And we talked a little bit about, Michaela and Ariana trying, kind of sharing that role under center. And it's good to see when you have options out there on offense. Taking the ball here on her own, seeing that space, really exposing it and going as far as she can go till they get that flag.
She's got some shiftiness. We can see that in Ariana Martin's game. She has struggled with some interceptions, though. And we saw a turnover here today. Martin, nice catch made there down the middle. And on the reception is Jacqueline Gonzalez. That's her second catch of the day.
Yeah, she wanted that one. I think she wasn't as happy on that last play when she didn't pick up the yardage here. Really outstretching those limbs, bringing that pass down, trying to pick up some yardage, but making the catch. It's good for the pickup.
And a first down here as we've got about 2:40 left in this first quarter. And now we see Michaela Martinez, the 10-year club flag football player, taking over at quarterback, looking downfield, and the throw just a little overthrown to Remington Douglas.
Came in and already showing off her strength in that arm and what she can do, trying to air it out. Offense not quite there yet. I think you see just the maturity of Michaela there. You saw right as they came back to the huddle, she's kind of taking it, my bad, you weren't there yet. So they reset, see what they can do on second down.
High snap, Martinez feeling the rush, and she will be sacked back at the 33-yard line. Let's take a look at the pressure here, and it was Michaela Fadimo.
Speed, a lot of speed there from the Pumas right out of the gate.
I mean, no matter how quick you are back there,
yeah,
you're going to have to get rid of it if you've got the other team rushing. And the blockers can only do so much. Again, blockers in flag football cannot use their hands. They cannot use their arms. They can basically set a pick, which we see in basketball, or even we talk about it in football a little bit. Martinez takes the snap. Now she tries to run and unable to connect with her first option, Remington Douglas. And in the area was Charisma Coleman, who is also their center, who went on a pass pattern.
Charisma almost had that one. She was following the ball. And we talked about this a little bit with Coach Lamb, but I bet we're going to say it several times throughout this game. We were really loving the vibe of some of these players named on the Wolves because they've got some great sports names out there.
Yeah, it's all the all-name team. Dior, Fall, Charisma Coleman. You've got Science Long and Sedona Hamilton, among others.
Exactly. Trinity.
So it's fourth down for Chandler as they have stalled out using two quarterbacks here today. First Ariana Martin, then Michaela Martinez, and we are going to see the ball punted here for Chandler and taken by Perry out to about the 48-yard line, and on the return is Elise Service.
Elise, I like she just kind of gets after it. Very tall stature, sophomore, not afraid to use her body, get that ball down the line.
We're going to step away for a break as the first quarter is almost coming to a close here. 7-0 Perry with the lead over Chandler out here in Chandler at Hamilton High School.
Game Time on Your View is presented by Otter Health. All of us, all for you. And in part by Goodwill. I got it at Goodwill. Want to crush your college goals and get money for college? Head to collegereadyaz.com. Via Luna Restaurants and the Bill Riddle chapter of the National Football Foundation. Gateway Community College. Learn today, earn tomorrow. And
visit the giant Mercedes-Benz of Gilbert.
And tell them Charlie sent you.
Tired of painting year after year? Go Rhino, and you'll never have to paint again. Rhino Shield's unique 3M ceramic technology reflects UV rays away from your home's exterior, reducing wall surface temperatures, and is backed by our 25-year warranty. Rhino Shield won't chip, flake, or peel. Stop throwing your money away on ordinary paint. Call now for your free estimate and receive 20% off the regular price.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
We love our smiling high school football fans, and so does our sponsor, Pro Smile, your specialist for wisdom teeth and veneers. Fans joining us tonight on the Pro Smile Smile Cam will make you smile like a pro. So about 12 seconds left here in the quarter, Kate. And Perry taking over. Not a whole lot of time to play with here before the quarter is finishing out.
It looks like they're trying to figure out what their game plan is here. Looking to the left, I think they were trying to exactly confirm how much time is on the clock there. As we said, the sun in Arizona is great, and it is blazing right now, and really at a unfortunate angle for all of us right now trying to play and call football.
So 46-yard line here. They'll have to get out all the way to the other side of the field. The 40 for the first down. Catch made out there, but the pull made at about the 47. And Estella Ewing with her third catch, one of the captains here as the first quarter comes to an end. Our Big O Tires scoring drive.
7 more to go.
The team you trust. Well, Perry, they trust Sophia Garibay. Kate, 4 plays, 29 yards. That was a quick drive, and it was capped off by Sophia's 10-yard run.
Yeah, and I think we were just talking about just premier athlete in Sophia, and you saw the trust in that opening drive. They went to her multiple different ways, even when she was in coverage, found a way to get her the ball. So they trust her, and we'll see, how Chandler goes up against that threat.
Second quarter coming your way next. We'll step aside for a quick break here. It's game time on Your View.
Did you know that Mercedes-Benz of Gilbert could be your first and last stop when looking for a new vehicle?
Our selection is so huge and our prices are so low, you surely won't go anywhere else.
Visit the giant Mercedes-Benz of Gilbert.
And tell them Audrey sent you.
Did you know that if you could afford a Honda or a Toyota, you could afford a Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Gilbert?
I know what vehicle I'd rather drive.
Step up to affordable luxury today.
Visit the giant Mercedes-Benz of Gilbert.
And tell them Charlie sent you.
Another episode of Not Your Average Joe by Parker & Sons.
Joe, I'm so glad you're here. Our AC quit working. I got this.
At Parker & Sons, all of our technicians are trust certified. We only hire the best to care for our customers.
I'm all done.
Thanks, Joe. Now, if we could just get a drummer to complete our 80s hair band.
Don't worry. I got this. Wow, he's really not your average Joe.
Call Parker & Sons today. We're not your average Joe.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They are the first to respond. At Global Credit Union, we're here for them and any member who needs financial help anytime, day or night. At Global, service means being available 24/7, 365 days a year. Real people right here in the U.S. Global salutes our first responders and all those who answer the call. Global Credit Union, your world of financial possibilities.
At collegereadyaz.com, you'll find easy tools, step-by-step guides, and expert resources to help you fill out your FAFSA and take the next step toward your education goals. And these high school girls getting ready to maybe play even flag football at the next level, and it's just going to continue to grow. We're out here in Chandler at Hamilton High for a doubleheader here tonight. Jody Jackson, Kate Longworth, Danielle Lerner down on the sidelines.
Yeah, great to have this doubleheader and neutral site for these two teams. And like you said, already some of these athletes in girls flag football, they're getting interest for D3, D2 schools. And we've talked a lot about the D1 with this becoming an Olympic sport in a couple years. Everyone catching on.
Second quarter underway, but it is again the go-to runner for Sophia Garibay on the carry.
I like it. Go-to Garibay.
That's right. She's been so impressive. And
I think, too, why they like her as a main target is, they go up against her, obviously, in practice. And one of the things Coach was saying is that she's a little slippery out there. It's hard to grab onto those flags. She really brings her energy down there, the quick movement, and she's finding success out there, picking up those little yards.
And that was good for a first down. Connor now to throw and swings it out there to Estella Ewing, who's been a reliable target for Kendall Connor here tonight.
Yeah, Estella has been a really great addition to offense. She was a rusher last year. She did really well and then used the offseason to work on her offense. And as we've seen already, a favorite target out there as well today, kind of self-made out there and wanted to be the receiver. And I think getting the results makes it easy for Coach to go to her.
So second down now for the Pumas, moving the ball and calm there in the pocket, and now tripped up is Kendall Connor and sacked on the play. So that's another example, Kate, of just having to, maybe there was good coverage downfield, but Kendall Connor holding the ball a little too long there.
Yeah, with Chandler getting there fast, you really don't have time. We've seen evidence of that several times already early in this game.
That was Nyla Richardson, who also plays volleyball, which is the same season. It's very hard to do that. But Coach Bryce Lamb said, you know what, we'll take her on our team when we can get her because she is so good and so effective. And the sophomore Nyla Richardson there with the sack.
I loved it, too, because too often, and I know you and I don't subscribe to this, but you hear coaches say, no, focus on my sport or put my sport first. He does not with that. He said we get the lesser end of her, but when we get her out here, it pays off.
Absolutely helps them to win. And now on third down, Connor rolling left, and this one is intercepted and taking it out across the 25 and almost to the 30. A big play by Sedona Hamilton. So Chandler with a defensive play of their own. There was an interception on the other side for Perry, and now it's Hamilton, the senior defensive back.
And another great name by Chandler on display, a very own Sedona here in the state of Arizona. Just great coverage, very tight there. She grabs that ball, brings it down, and then on the run. And we all know, defense can start that momentum change, and Chandler hoping that carries over now into the next phase of offense.
So where her flag was pulled is about the 29, so it's going to be a 1st and 11 for Chandler. Ariana Martin is back there at quarterback, sidestepping the rush and throwing to her target, which is Michaela Martinez, the other quarterback, also playing receiver. You'll see that. Ariana Martin was out there as well. These girls have to learn the skill set, doing a little bit of everything, especially in a 2-quarterback set.
Yeah, and I think, too, with these both of these quarterbacks, they want that play time. They want to be on the field, so making themselves valuable in any role they can. They're both very familiar with the game, high IQs in the game, so I'm making those adjustments.
So just a short game. Now Martin's going to take off. She slips a few tacklers. The pull was made, but it's going to be close. It was close to the 40-yard line and the first down. Let's take another look. I like how she makes the quick decision, Kate, to run the ball there.
Yeah, they really gave her the space there. She saw it, made that split decision, and took off.
So still going to need a couple of yards here. It's third down. You see the two blockers in front of Martin and the rush coming from Perry, in and out of the hands. It was a little bit high, but within the reach of Martinez. She wishes she had that one back.
You took the words literally out of my mouth, partner. I was thinking the same thing because that's all
Great
you could
minds.
see. I feel like you saw it. in her, like right here when she comes up. You just know as an athlete, she's, should have got that. And again, that accountability. I think every time she's not making that play, watch her, she's doing my bad, pointing right back to her chest.
So now a direct snap to Martinez. And, they weren't really set up in a punt formation, but that's going to work for the first down. So nice call there by Coach Lamb.
I mean, what a treat for a coach when you have these two players you can kind of, go between here as your playmakers down there right now. And it can really keep a defense, off balance. Keeps us on our toes up here in the booth.
It sure did. Especially in the sun, it's a little bit harder to see today with the bright lights. And there we go with Ariana Martin getting across the 50 and maybe out to the 49. Across midfield is Charisma Coleman. And as the center, you can run out and be a receiver. That is part of the game. And some of the top targets that we've seen around the Valley, they can do both. That's another element to the offense that keeps people on their toes.
And there's a shot of head coach Bryce Lamb. He really is just loving this team, the way they come out there, continue to battle, making every game highly competitive. He said he's had a lot of fun this season so far. 4-5 record, probably trying to get to that 500 mark today.
Martin swings it out to Martinez, who actually didn't have her flag pulled. And that is one thing that, she did get to the first down marker, so there's a few things there that come into play. The defender's flag fell off, though, so it took me a moment to adjust.
Yeah, and you want to play to the whistle. And then we see there for the Pumas, Coach Celaya.
So that is third down. Pardon me.
No, you got this. We got to call this action.
So 45-yard line and making the catch.
Holding on to
a bobble. That was a great one by Coleman. That's a first down for the Wolves.
And a little chippy, too, after that pull. But, yeah, she wanted that pull to down, took care of it. But a little bobble.
If you think this is not a contact sport, you're wrong.
I know, right? I was thinking that the greatest oxymoron I'm seeing out here is blockers, right? You can't, there's so many limitations to it, but yet they find a way without using their hands to protect.
Yeah, it's quite a skill, being able to slow down the rush. Are you able to tackle someone? No, but you can slow down the rush, as we just saw there. Michaela Martinez, she made the block and made the catch, so that is a great example of how you can do both.
Textbook right there. We like it when it plays out like that.
Yeah, this is a great illustration right here.
There's our block.
Just a little chip block. And that's the thing, again, when we say contact, I'm not talking about any type of illegal contact, although we do see that at times. It's just a matter of when two people are going for the ball, there's some contact. When the blocker is getting in the way, there can be some contact. You just can't use your hands as a blocker. So second down for Ariana Martin, and she's going to run it straight up the middle, and she is still going. That first defender had her hand out but couldn't pull the flag, so she gets down past the 20, and that's going to be a first down for the Wolves. That's a 14-yard run for Ariana Martin.
And again, what a weapon to have for her, seeing that open space, really taking advantage of that, exposing the Wolves where they are not. She's finding that space. And a reminder to just keep going until you hear that whistle blow. I have younger kids, and when they play flag football, I think that's the common thing as parents are yelling, keep going, your flag's still on.
Right.
But you feel it down there because, as you said, in this non-contact sport, you feel the contact.
Rhino Shield red zone for the Wolves. Rhino Shield, never paint your house again. Martin, though, was looking for a receiver who had her back turned. I think Remington Douglas thought the window of opportunity might have been gone there. And that was the 11th play, though, of this drive. Kate, this has been an impressive ability to move the chains for Chandler. And thank you to Jared Donnins for being right there with the stats here on this drive and throughout the game and throughout our second game tonight as well.
It's a treat for me. I get to be with him, and you will soon too. A lot of Grand Canyon University college basketball games, and he's bringing his talents every Friday night to game time here with us tonight.
Looking forward to it. Ariana Martin is going to air it out, and Michaela Martinez makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown Wolves. 15-yard touchdown pass, Ariana Martin to Michaela Martinez.
Great find there. Been the go-to target out there, holding that ball in pressure. She wasn't going to lose it. Taking it down with her, making sure that score counts.
Strong hands and the ability to hang on with tight coverage. That's a great trait to have in this game.
She's been playing the game a long time, too, at least 10 years, even playing growing up with the boys. So I feel like for Michaela, really her time to shine in a sport she knows very well.
The kicker is Valeria Portillo, and she puts it through the uprights. We are all tied at 7. What a game we have here between Gilbert Perry and Chandler, the Chandler Wolves. Martin to Martinez, their first score of the game, and we're even here in Chandler.
Another episode of Not Your Average Joe by Parker & Sons.
Joe, I'm so glad you're here. Our AC quit working. I got this.
At Parker & Sons, all of our technicians are trust certified. We only hire the best to care for our customers.
I'm all done. Thanks, Joe. Now, if we could just get a drummer to complete our 80s hair band. Don't worry. I got this. Wow, he's really not your average Joe.
Call Parker & Sons today. We're not your average Joe.
Back here in Chandler, let's take a look at the scoring drive brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust. And it was Michaela Martinez on the other end of an Ariana Martin pass. She made the catch. What a drive, Kate. 11 plays, 71 yards. It took 6:16 off the clock.
That's what you want to do, right? You know, if you have the ball in your hands on offense, continue to move it down, move those chains. That's exactly what they did. And, hey, if you're eating the time off the clock, but it's in your favor to even the score here, we're starting all over again now. Knot it up.
We expected Martinez to start at quarterback. It was Ariana Martin. Then Martinez got a few snaps there, but she's had 4 catches, 35 yards in the touchdown. Michaela Martinez, as Perry now takes over at the 14-yard line. And a nice pass, but doesn't gain a whole lot. Certainly a couple yards short of the first down, and that is Linnea Helterbrand, who is also a basketball player. She's got size, she's got the height out there, and a good target for Kendall Connor.
Yeah, got those limbs to take advantage of for sure.
So 2:45 is what the Perry Pumas are working with here. Now they get it out past the 20, and it will be a fresh set of downs. It's Sophia Garibay with the catch and a run.
Garibay proving to be that force to reckon with right now. She's doing, I just love, I feel like every time she gets the ball, it's like the steady and then the speed take off. You just see it from 0 to 50 real fast. 0 to 60 there. And
Connor trying to hit Regan Jones, who has played on both sides of the ball. She's a receiver as well as a very solid tackler. And she's a sophomore, but that one, that connection unable to be made, so it's going to be second down. And Regan is the daughter of assistant coach Preston.
The coach we're not supposed to talk about, the top secret assistant here.
What's awesome about, I mean, this is obvious, Kate, but the flag football, I mean, Preston Jones and his father, Jim Jones, a legend. The field at Red Mountain is named after Regan's grandfather, and just the fact that she gets to play the game of football. I know, awesome, right?
And, you know, she grew up watching them and maybe not knowing she would get to do that. And the fact that we are living and watching this carry out right now, and a complete pass there, but that these players get to be a part of the growth, exponential growth we've seen in this sport, and kind of start it before it's even going to become at the Olympic level. It's really exciting. And I think, like you said, to share that love for the game with the family and then be out there just like your dad and grandpa got to do.
It's a young team for Perry. And now it's going to be 3rd down. And again, just under the 2-minute mark before the half. Kendall Connor barking out the play. You've got Estella Hewing in motion now as a blocker. And taking the snap and throwing Connor far side to Helterbrand. It's a short gain once again.
An athlete out there in Hilton for sure. And like you said, Ewing switching over to blocking there, and she has that ability, and she's one of those players too who has an interest in keep playing this beyond high school. So I think you will see her kind of get her mix in wherever she can.
So it's 4th down for the Pumas and set to punt the ball, which they will do with just over a minute left. Chandler, that ball's going to, again here in flag football, once that whistle blows, if the ball hits the ground, it is a dead ball. So that's why there was no scramble for the fumble. If you're joining us and haven't watched a lot of flag football, it's a dead ball. And that was a 35-yard punt, and that was certainly a nice job of punting for Perry. And Andy Linford, their kicker.
Yeah, and I imagine Remington Douglas ready to get in the mix here. She's had a couple drops, and normally true athletes like her out there, they're ready to make that play after that quick way to make those drops go away.
So Chandler has a long way to go to score here before the half, but wide open, Michaela Martinez finding the soft spot in the defense, and she takes off to about the 32-yard line, and a potentially touchdown-saving pull made. That was a 32-yard gain on the play.
This is a little, if at first it succeeded, let's try to get this matchup here. They keep hooking up here because they are able to expose the defense here. And really, Michaela, that extra leg, the stride she has when she gets that ball to go off with that.
Really impressive. This is a connection that Perry, they're going to have to find a way to stop it. Martin, plenty of time, now feels the pressure, and her flag was pulled, and not before it was picked off. Let's see if it was a sack. It was, so it is not an interception. It looks like the flag was pulled by the rusher.
The only time you want to pick up a sack is when you don't get charged an interception, right?
Kayla Reeves, she came into the game with 7 sacks, so now 8 on the season. Now, either way, they got the sack. On the other end, the pressure caused the interception that didn't happen, but nice defense on both sides by the Perry Pumas. And we're in a timeout as Chandler taking a moment here. 37 seconds left on the clock, Kate, so they would love to be able to find some explosive plays before the half to go in with a lead.
Yeah, we always talk about that in sports, right? That momentum change or that feel-good play, that moment you know, okay, we've got control of this. Both teams, though, in reality, in a good spot here with the score tied up. But it's going to be a big stop the Puma's going to want to come up with right here.
Martinez, 5 catches, 93 yards, and the touchdown. Martin looking, running, still not brought down. She was eventually tackled there at the 30.
Martin again, reading the defense. We've got space, but they're kind of running out of room to run as they get her flag.
Joelle Stanford, nice job reaching out the wingspan, helping her pull that flag. If we get another timeout, it looks like.
Joelle, one of those players who's been with the program since the start.
And the ball on the 31, it's not as much about getting the first down now as it is maybe, 17 seconds, so potentially they could run more than one play, or they could try to go down to the end zone again, and you'd have to think it might be Michaela Martinez on the other end of that. Bryce Lamb, he's got a plan, though. Calling out a play. Will it work out of the timeout?
Let's see who's gutsy here, what he's going to go with. Will be fun to see what he's got in his back pocket here.
This offense has some momentum now. Michaela Martinez crossing to the middle, and it is Martinez with the catch. She started on the left side, came across the field, and is down around the 10 or 11 yard line.
This is just a play from two premier athletes. You see the composure, you see taking time. Right here, Martin taking her time, finding her target, and what a cut to find that open space on the opposite side of the field. Martinez with a great catch, getting him closer to the end zone if they can punch it in before the break.
It was a nice route, and Martin leading her receiver to make the catch there. And the ball is at the 14 as the Wolves look to take the lead here with 6 seconds on the clock. Martin looking, has plenty of time, throws into the end zone, in the hands, but was it secured? That is the question. It's not a catch, and it was intended for Jacqueline Gonzalez. Wow, right there. They almost had it, Kate.
Yeah, I want to watch this one again. Finds her intended target there. Got it, bobbles it a little bit as she's going down, tries to bring it in. She certainly did everything in her power to try and make it count.
Good job by Martin throwing that pass right on the goal line. It was, could have been a little bit deeper into the end zone, but pretty much on target for Gonzalez, who wasn't able to secure the ball before it hit the ground. So that is going to do it. First half action in the books, and what a game we have. Very competitive between the Perry Pumas and the Chandler Wolves. Let's go down to the sideline and Danielle Lerner.
Well, Jody, we're here with Coach Lamb. Coach, a bit of a slow start in that first quarter, but what led to that tremendous momentum change we saw right around the start of that second quarter run?
We just got confidence in ourselves. We're finally seeing the field and what they're doing, and now we're just finding the open spaces. In our sport, we play so many games a week. It's usually about a drive or two for us to kind of figure it out. We finally figured it out now. We're trying to go and get in the end zone a few more times.
Yeah, still plenty of football to go, though. So how do you keep that momentum going into the second half? What are you looking for from your team?
Just looking for them to be a little more aggressive. We're kind of, I don't want to say a little timid, but, we're just like, let's try to see if this works. And it's like, hey, ladies, we know how to do this. We've been playing all year. Some of us are in our third and fourth year. They know how to do it. Now we just got to go out there and show everybody what we know we can do.
All right, well, we'll be watching. Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck. Back to you ladies in the booth.
Thank you, Danielle. So Coach Lamb, he's going to hustle over and huddle up with his girls on the sideline. Perry in the end zone. What a first half it was. The connection between Martin and Martinez. Kendall Connor operating with Sophia Garibay on the Perry side. More coming your way after the break.
Chow time.
Is that for Dad?
Yeah, he's with his new Tacoma. It's a whole thing.
Ma'am, little lady.
Howdy. Toyota trucks. Giddy up and go. Get a new Tacoma SR or SR5 with low 1.75% financing. Or lease one for just $219 a month. Toyota. Let's go places.
Who are they?
Those are Grandma's experts.
Oh. Why are they here?
Grandma invited them. She's seen a lot of doctors over the years, but she insists they are the best, and not just in medicine.
Yeah, as always, look at you.
See what I mean?
Get expert care from experts who care.
Have you met my grandson? He's single.
Honor Health. All of us, all for you.
Arizona. Do you have old, ugly, or damaged concrete? You need to call Galaxy Concrete Coatings. Give your concrete floors a transformation. Galaxy Concrete Coatings is 4 times stronger than epoxy and is designed to work on your garage floor, driveways, walkways, around your pool and patio. And even better, it's ready to go in 24 hours and has a lifetime warranty. Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com or call 833-417-0635 for 10% off. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. They are out of this world.
Welcome back to the Valley Toyota Dealers halftime show out here at Hamilton High School, the site of a doubleheader. Girls flag football game number 1 is tied at 7 between Gilbert Perry and the Chandler Wolves. Jody Jackson, Kate Longworth, and we see Perry and their coaches Veronica Salaya and assistant Preston Jones getting the girls ready for that second half. First of all, just the level of competitiveness. I mean, you know, Danielle mentioned it with Coach Lamb. They got a little bit of a slow start, did Chandler, but boy, it was heated out there, and it was fun to watch.
Yeah, you know, and both of these teams, as he made mention, and all of the 4 teams we're going to see today, they do play a lot of games throughout a period of 7 to 10 days. So they really got to reach within, reach deep, find that stamina. This is the neutral site. That's why you see this halftime pep talk over here happening in the end zone. But it's kind of neat to see. This normally happens behind closed doors in the locker room. Anyone a good lip reader out there, we could know what the game plan is for second half.
Yeah, well, you and Danielle were talking about the fact that multi-sport athletes, well, it's so important. It's great, and it's on display here today. So for Perry, a number of girls who, they play these sports, and they probably played all of these sports first. I don't know that for sure. But they're doing, you know, they're partaking in flag football now, and some of the skills really translate.
Yeah, I think that you see that you want a rusher, you want someone who's fast. Let's go out to the track and field and start some recruiting. You need someone who can throw. Let's tap into the softball resources. You see some bodies out there, the physical presence with height and the basketball players. And this is something Coach Lamb for the Wolves really takes upon himself. He is quite the recruiter. He goes out there, he said, to a lot of the different practices. For a long time, they didn't have a kicker. And so how did he do it? He solves it. He went out to soccer practice, and he's like, hey, you guys, I know you're wrapping up here, but I need you all to hang for a few minutes. I need you to kick the ball through the uprights. Let's see who can do this. And both coaches talked about, you know, sometimes, and we're talking about it, this quote-unquote non-contact sport, there's contact. So sometimes a player might feel intimidated by football, or can I do this? Will I get hurt out there? And I think what all these coaches are stressing is come out here. We will teach you. You can handle this. It just takes that true premier athlete. And let's also be honest, when you see this many players are playing multiple sports, it's because they are talented athletes out there. And really, they have a strong skill set in a lot of different areas. And as this sport gets bigger and bigger, they might start choosing this. But for me right now, I love that they're multiple sport athletes. We don't get to say that a lot.
It's just fun. And for so many young ladies, young women that have grown up loving the sport of football, to get out here and play this version of it, which is really a lot of the similarities that you see in the game, high school, college, and even in the NFL. We've seen some great catches here. We've seen some speed. We've seen smart players who can read defenses out here today, and it's going to be a great evening of football into the evening, as after this game, which again tied at the half 7-7, coming up in our second game is undefeated Hamilton. Of course, they're hosting this doubleheader today, taking on Castile. And the Castile Colts have a great history as well. And Chandler, I mentioned this in the open, Kate, it's the epicenter, the Chandler School District. They were really pushing. They were the first ones that played this as a club sport, and then it was sanctioned by the AAA starting the 2023 season. So a big credit to some of these Chandler schools. They weren't the only ones, but they were leading the way.
Yeah, and a lot of that with Hamilton's head coach, Matt Stone. And really, I think there wasn't much of a quote-unquote buy-in because the interest was there, and they saw what was happening in a couple top states throughout the nation. And it's fun for us today because we are bringing this action to 16 different states, 26 Cox markets, streaming online at Watch Your View. And I think that just goes to show flag football, it's happening, people, and these girls are premier athletes, and we get to showcase them. It's fun.
Let's talk about our first half highlights, Kate, because, again, it was Perry coming out. They didn't score on their first drive, but they moved down the field. Then Chandler getting hot. It was Ariana Martinez, or I should say Ariana Martin, the pick made by Andy Linford, which gave Perry that momentum.
Yeah, both schools kind of mimicking each other's play. They both had a big play on defense, which led to some big plays on offense with some very similar targets out there. They liked what was working.
Sedona Hamilton had the pick, and then the touchdown from Ariana Martin to Michaela Martinez. That has been their biggest connection. Lots of explosive plays from Martin to Martinez here tonight.
Yeah, I think they found what works, and they're going to continue to do it. Hey, you have two quarterbacks, two playmakers out there. Find a position where they can both do what they do best, and that's obviously make those plays.
So what adjustments will Perry make? What kind of coverage will we see on Martinez? And then on the other side for Garibay, who's really been kind of the engine for that Perry offense. She's been good as a runner and also as a pass catcher for Kendall Connor.
It's fun to get the second half action. It's, unique. I mean, everyone's coming out. The private planes are out here to catch what's happening down here field level. But also just a fun day for the Valley. I like that we're looking out the window here. The sun's getting a little bit better in our favor.
The parents are smart. See, they're all over there.
Yeah, the shaded side. Don't let it fool you. I don't think they're all Hamilton Husky parents yet, but they found the shade and the sun not in their eyes. But a lot of dancing on the Perry sideline. That's something Coach Slias said we would see probably because this team is an energetic bunch. And it's playing off. Danielle Lerner's down on the sideline for us. She reported back after they had that big interception. It was kind of the girls that were out on the sideline who kind of pumped up this team, carrying that momentum over onto the field. Coming alive, both of these teams. Getting ready for second half action. Who will get the edge here?
So when you look at Chandler, they're coming off a tough loss to Hamilton. Again, Hamilton undefeated, so 56-0. That was their last game back on Monday. And meanwhile, Perry played Basha. They lost 21-3. So these teams are looking to bounce back here tonight. And what we've seen so far, very competitive. Let's go down to Danielle. We're having trouble hearing Danielle right now.
And we want to hear her because she has some great insight, but I think we'll figure that out in a minute, and then she'll give us the update from Perry about what it's going to take, get that edge out there.
So we're ready to start this third quarter. Perry had the ball to start the game. Ariana Martin, she touches the ground before she takes the snap. That's her habit. She throws, and it is intercepted.
An injury on the,
There was a lot of contact in the middle of the field. And right now down for Perry is Alexandra Basinski. She's one of their top tacklers. So hopefully she's all right. She was shaken up.
Again, the name tackler, not in the usual sense we are used to. This is, it looks like maybe unintentionally from her own teammate.
She collided with the runner, Chloe Beal. Chloe Beal, the captain who had the interception, was ready to take off.
Oh.
And like we said, it's a physical sport just because of the contact there.
Took a hit to the face.
They're not wearing pads, and sometimes in practice they will wear the guardian cap. But when you have inadvertent contact, it can be tough because you see some injuries in those moments. You could tell that Chloe feels bad about that.
Yeah, it was really just too. Yeah, she's describing it right now to Coach, so we can break it down there. But yeah, they both going in for the ball. And
for Ariana Martin, she started the game with a pick on the first drive, and unfortunately for Chandler, that's exactly what happened here to start the second half. So Kendall Connor takes over with Sophia Garibay near side. It's a direct snap to Garibay, who runs to the left. This time no room, and it was Chandler. I guess that's what you could call a nice second half adjustment, because Amani Murphy was there to make the tackle.
Yeah, right. They found their go-to, and now hoping to have some answers for what Garibay can do out there. That's what good teams do, right? You see what you're exposed to, what your weaknesses were in those first 2 quarters, and you come out and try and fix it. But I don't think that's the end we've seen of her being an intended target out there with Sophia.
Second down, Connor throws, and it is short, and the receiver was open. The receiver got past her woman in coverage, and was able to...
Yeah, Service really in good position there, but the pass just not there for her.
Let's go down to Danielle.
Well, Jody, I spoke with Coach Saleha of the Perry Pumas at halftime. She was talking to her team, reminding them they have got to take care of business. They've got 24 minutes left, and a little less than that now, but that's it. I asked her point blank, how do you go into this second half? How do you change that momentum? She said, we're going to finish how we started. That's what we're going to do, so we'll continue to see how that plays out. Kate and Jody?
Thanks, Danielle. Connor goes deep off the hands of Garibay. She wishes she could have corralled that football, but there was a defender right in front of her, almost maybe screening her a little bit, but
yeah,
so close to
like she got her
touchdown.
hand on it. It's there. Ooh, through her hands. I think, too, we don't see it to the side of the screen, but it was some coverage in the way there, too. The throw was there, but that made it hard to judge where that pass was going.
So it's going to be 4th down, and the kicker, Andy Linford, she is a terrific kicker, and so they're going to go for it right here. The distance on it is going to be, let's see, did we have enough distance? It's no good. It was a 36-yard attempt for Andy Linford. I had a couple of coaches tell me, Kate, just how good she is at kicking, but this one sails wide left.
Yeah, she got the height going with her at the end. We watched her warm up. In fact, she was in our line of, we were trying to get to coach, and we were a little afraid because her kicks were so powerful out there. So she certainly has that power, but as you said, they're just a little left of the target.
So taking over will be Chandler. And it's going to be first down for them at about the 15-yard line. Martin tries to get the ball back to the middle. And intended for Jemiah Henderson. We haven't seen her too involved in this passing game, but that's what you can see coming out second half. Maybe trying to move it around a little bit. Yes, that connection to Martinez has worked, but you don't want to go to the well too many times and have the interceptions.
And Jemiah, so far, she's the one who was down there, too, on that last play, breaking it up for Perry. So getting in on the action now.
Second down, Martin throws. This one is good for Jacqueline Gonzalez, and it's a short gain.
You just see athlete, I feel like, when you're watching Gonzalez out there, the way outstretching her arm, trying to pick up extra yardage she can out there, using her strength and her body out there.
So 3rd and 3.
Now the big thing, making sure you get those flags. She does like to untuck that shirt. It makes it a little difficult. I can say that because I'm an untucked shirt person, and so are my sons. I know a lot of people, when they're out there playing baseball, everyone's like, tuck in their jersey. It's their thing. It's their style, right? But on flag football, it can be an advantage that you're not allowed to have out there.
Yeah, and there are rules, of course, flag guarding, things that would prevent from pulling the flag, so you don't see a whole lot of that. Now we do see Michaela Martinez at quarterback, or at least lined up as the quarterback. She's got 2 receivers to her right. Now she runs left, and there's a little bit of room, but not a whole lot. She was trying to get out past the 20 for that first down, and she's going to be short.
see what they do now. She wanted
I believe
that.
it was short, or
yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. Again, stop me if you've heard this. That sun.
It is. It's directly in our face. So
the best defense on
best.
us today is the sunshine.
Okay, it is a first down. I thought I saw her short of the 20, but it's a first down for Martinez using her legs, and now throws
using her arm
to Jacqueline Gonzalez. What a catch by Gonzalez.
Very impressive. Using that upper body strength on this catch. Watch that. Jumps up. Real solid, fluid movement. Grabs that ball down. Makes the turn. Try and get that ball moving forward.
So at the 32, it's going to be 2nd and 8. So a nice chunk of yardage on the first down play as Michaela Martinez points to her right and claps for the snap, takes it, avoids the pressure, but it's going to fall incomplete. Looked like she was trying to get the ball to Nyla Richardson. Pressure was coming from the Pumas.
Yeah, they had a little space there, though. That's when you want to make that catch. But they'll regroup here.
It does feel like it's a tie game, but it does feel a little bit like Chandler has that momentum back on their side after the missed kick by Linford. Chandler's been 4 for 5 as far as third down conversions in this game.
And one thing about Chandler, too, they've had some close games. They've had some slugfests out there. So what we're looking at on the scoreboard, they're kind of poised for this. They've been dealing with that.
So an interesting formation here. Martinez is going to take it herself. There were 3 receivers lined up to the left, and Remington Douglas the intended target. And they just haven't been able to get the ball to Douglas.
Oh, they've been trying, and you look at her length out there. I think that you have to, when you're back in the field and you see her deep, she kind of stands out there, right? She has that stature, long limbs. You know, she can bring that ball down if she can get her hands around the ball.
So now 4 for 6 with the third down miss there. So 4th down, and let's see if doesn't look like they are poised to punt, because
Michaela's still.
Nia Casanova, their punter, is not out on the field. It's Michaela Martinez. Douglas to her left. And in motion it's going to be a throw back to Ariana Martin.
Oh.
So I like the idea there, utilizing both quarterbacks, but the play was a bust.
Yeah, I think, too, with Ariana just got under pressure there, kind of. Not the pass she wanted to make, but of course go towards Michaela if you're trying to get it done.
4:13 left in the third quarter, and we will head to break. It's game time on Your View. It's a tie game here in Chandler.
Best Friends, Roadhouse, and Mercantile. A place where dogs, cats, and their people aren't just welcome, they're expected. 5 miles south of Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, Best Friends, Roadhouse, and Mercantile.
Did I do something wrong? The new Camry, right? What? Please exit the vehicle, sir, while I take a look-see at the interior. That's not gonna happen.
The new Camry, it gets noticed.
Carry on.
Right now, lease a new 2025 Camry for just $309 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
Best Friends, Roadhouse, and Mercantile. A place where dogs, cats, and their people aren't just welcome, they're expected. 5 miles south of Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, Best Friends, Roadhouse, and Mercantile.
Adventure awaits at the Best Friends Roadhouse and Mercantile in Kanab, Utah, the nation's most pet-friendly lodging. Bring your own pet or have a sleepover with a dog or cat from Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, just 5 miles away. I love that.
I know. I think
I do have my puppy Chase. There's a Hamilton
and
Husky.
My Winnie would want to
love to go. Or
I'm sure Huskies out there would want to go.
Go have a sleepover with a different pet.
Yeah, right. If you don't have a pet, that's a great option. If you have a pet, you know your pet that dog always wants to go in the car somewhere.
Look, Kate, we're not the only ones battling the sun.
No, it is rough out here.
Preston Jones and Kendall Connor looking into the sun as.
And we have our sunglasses on up here,
The question is, Kendall Connor is taking a seat right now as Analia Perry, their other quarterback, is going to take the ball. And it's a direct snap to Sophia Garibay, who slips a couple of tacklers, but the tackle made there by, I believe it was Sedona Hamilton. And so switching it up here a little bit to spark the offense.
Yeah, and you'll see teams do that from side to side. Looks like she's holding her side a bit, speaking of that. Wondering if just cramp there, looking to see the call on the field. We're all trying to figure it out through the sunshine here. And, but yeah, you know, that you'll see teams do that from time to time when they want to spark something, right? And kind of get that fire in their players.
Analia Perry with the ball in her hands for the first time today. She's going to run to the right side and go out of bounds. She gets the first down, and it looked like a yard or two more, so a nice job by Analia Perry.
And this is one of those things coaches will see. You know, you ride either the hot hand or to get those competitive juices going for your team. Get someone else out there, make some plays. You know, this is your moment. Perry, no relation to the high school.
So it was short. It's a third down. And it is a third and short now for Perry. Just got to get across the 20 for a fresh set of downs, and desperately looking for that right now because the offense stalled out a little bit, but it's Analia Perry now looking to throw. And she goes to the left. It's Linnea Helterbrand that was there, but unable to make the grab was Helterbrand.
Got it.
Nice blocking.
Yeah, gave her time.
Garibay, she's tiny, which makes her shifty and speedy, but she can block really well, and you got to love that.
Yeah, she's really a force to be reckoned out there wherever she's at.
Inside 2 minutes now, as Analia Perry looking to throw and making the catch for the Pumas is Elise Service. So they got what they needed there. Had to have that, and it was a 13-yard gain, and it'll be first down. A Chandler player is down on the field.
Yeah, you never like to see that, grabbing her left ankle. Hard to see who that is. I mean, right here on the offense, affording Perry that time, that was key there on the offense. And you see there with the flag grab, Chandler player going down, the team taking a knee.
I think it might be Science Long. And Perry is in the Rhino Shield red zone. Rhino Shield, never paint your house again.
Well, and Science is one of their best flag pullers, and she really was athletic on that flag. She made sure she had it as she went down, but did hold that ankle, left ankle. Coach is still attending to her.
I said that because on the replay, if it is in fact number 24, well, it looks like she bangs her knee on the ground. So hoping that it is nothing too serious. Being consoled there by a teammate.
Gosh, one of those plays, it's one of those you all just collectively hold your breath. You want to see your teammate pop up after an injury. Sometimes, you know, it's the sting of that initial injury. It'll bring you down. You need a moment, get your composure back, shake it off a bit, but as time continues to go and a player's on the field, sometimes you start to think, could it be a little bit more serious? You hope not. Hopefully taking their time to get her up.
And this turf, it's hard. It's a hard surface.
No weight on that left side. Such a shame.
So getting helped off the field, Science Long, and we can only hope that it is not quite as bad as it looks there. You're right, Kate, not put any weight on it. So,
she is aggressive on defense going after the flag. And like you said, that turf, it looked like she just kind of twisted wrong in it, went down hard. You hope more it was the hard knock on the field. Maybe a little more temporary injury, but wish her the best.
Absolutely. So Perry taking over again in the Rhino Shield red zone, and it's Perry still at quarterback. Garibay blocking in front of her and almost picked off in the end zone by Chandler. That was Ariana Molina.
And these next possessions, they're key to watch when you have, the game is in any sport unique in that little things will spark big plays, right? Sometimes a player going down, a player who has established, this is a tone out there. You watch them go out, you step up trying to make those big plays on defense as well.
So look at Science Long being attended to. Looks like the left ankle as Perry looks to take the lead here. It's second down, and Kendall Connor is backing at quarterback, running right, and she'll have her flag pulled at about the 11-yard line. Sedona Hamilton with another flag pull. She has been terrific on defense today as one of the top tacklers for Chandler. Kendall Connor back in there. The coach, Veronica Salaya, she got that spark she wanted. Preston Jones also coaching this offense, and now Connor back in there. She was very good in the first half moving the ball. They both have been effective, but Connor had the entire bulk of the snaps in that first half. So now on third down, it's Connor, and it's tipped by the defender. Dangerous pass over there. And that's going to bring up fourth down. She was looking for Regan Jones.
That being Preston's daughter there, he wanted to see what she could do as the quarter winds down here.
So at the end of the third, we're still tied at 7. We've got 12 more minutes to decide who will win this one, as both offenses have had trouble scoring. We'll be right back.
Are you facing plumbing problems and need a reliable solution? Whether it's a leaky faucet, a clogged drain, or an upgrade to a tankless water heater, Rightway has you covered.
And for a limited time, save 10% off repairs and installations. Don't let plumbing issues ruin your day. Call Rightway at 480-WE-FIX-IT and we'll get a plumber to your door. If it's worth doing, do it the right way.
Hey, ladies.
Girl, that jacket.
I got it at Goodwill.
With hundreds of thousands of unique items arriving in-store daily, you can get it at Goodwill too.
At Sleppy and Ellickson, this is what we believe. Your chronic pain, fatigue, and emotional distress are real. Your inability to work is valid. The court system, your government, your employer might not believe, but we do. And Social Security benefits belong to you. You are not alone in your fight. At Sleppy and Ellickson, we stand on principle. We stand on experience. We stand by you.
So after the game between Perry and Chandler, we've got a doubleheader, and that is the defending state champions, the Hamilton Huskies, who are undefeated once again this year. There they are warming up. And, of course, this is their home school, their home field. They're taking on Queen Creek Castile. These two teams know each other well, though, and the Huskies just looking to keep it rolling. They're coming off a 56-0 win over Chandler, Kate, so that's going to be a terrific game right after this one.
Oh, it's so fun. It's so great for the Valley that we have this doubleheader. Hamilton very key in orchestrating, making this happen. And what a treat, because two great games so far for us. Well, we're assuming the next one's going to be great. And this one, man, Let's see what happens
here. Andy Linford on 4th down. They're going to kick the ball. That one is up and good. Linford converting. She's had an interception here today. That's a 23-yard field goal that is good, and that's going to give the Perry Pumas a 10-7 lead.
Yeah, you know, heading into the final quarter with it knotted up, you definitely want to do whatever you can to put some space in that score for sure from your opponent. So now 10-7. And now you go play some strong D.
4th quarter underway here, and Chandler will get the ball. We've seen Ariana Martin and Michaela Martinez, both quarterbacks. Martinez as a receiver. They got 4 receivers in this set. 1 blocker with the center. And it's going to be Remington Douglas in motion and taking the handoff, but that play was sniffed out, and it's going to end up being a tackle made by Kayla Reeves. She has a sack today, and right there, the tackle for loss.
Yeah, a hard one to start that drive with for Chandler. Had all the pieces in place, you know, big expectations for that one. As Remington just trying to get out there, make things happen.
Clock is running, so it's 2nd down. Martinez has Jacqueline Gonzalez out wide right. And looking left, now running, trying to get a little bit of a block, but cutting it back inside. And Martinez, is she going to get the first down? Yes, she is. And she stopped running a little bit there before the flag was even pulled.
Yeah, we'll check out the replay on this one. Some credit to Gonzalez on this next one. You'll see she goes outside. Oh, wait, going in. She pulls in with Michaela trying to be that blocker there. But like you said,
you see that a lot in this game, and you just have to keep running. It's something that I've seen certain players, you know, a lot of teams have players that are really good at that, and at other times you might think the flag is pulled and, hey, you still have a chance. But she did get the first down, and they might have done it on purpose.
Yeah.
It's possible.
You would think, I think a high IQ player like Michaela, there might be something to that.
A short pass out there from Martinez to Gonzalez. Gonzalez just a sophomore. So we're going to see a lot of her here for the Chandler Wolves coming up.
Yeah, and I think that's someone coach is excited about. You see that potential. You see what an athlete she is out there.
Really, both quarterbacks are juniors also, so future's bright in a bunch of positions for Bryce Lamb.
And those are the teams, you know, a couple growing pains, a couple years when you're trying to get the team established, but then when you have the tools in place for 2 or 3 years of big plays, that's exciting.
Martinez gets the ball to Remington Douglas.
I'm going to clap up here because we've been wanting to see that. Just because, too, you know the heart and soul of an athlete. They're just waiting for a moment like that. This is a 4th, 5th time that she's been targeted in different ways or had an opportunity to make a play. And so Remington getting out there, and sometimes it's that one that's going to start sparking things. And you know that she is an accomplished player for this team, and that's why they keep going back to her.
15-yard catch, and it's good for a first down. So working from the 41-yard line, needing 19 for another first down is Michaela Martinez, trying to elude the pressure, throws back across her body, catch is made.
Wow, look at Gonzalez. Vertical on that one.
She's also so sure-handed. Not only can she jump in the air, but makes the catch, Kate.
Yeah, it's absolutely impressive. I mean, and two, we just keep talking about these athletes, but Michaela keeping her composure, finding her intended target, and impressive how she jumped up there in coverage and brings the ball down.
So second down now, and they are past the 50, looking to get past the 40, though, for the next set of first downs, or next set of downs. Martinez throws, and it is overthrown. Once again looking for Douglas, and there was pretty good coverage there from Perry. That looks like Eden Myers.
Yeah, I think Perry, good film. Watch probably, you know, knowing how they get Douglas in the mix on some of those long passes out there. She's had a lot of coverage on her. But again, I think too, she's such an exciting receiver out there because she too has that length. You want to find the ball to her hands.
Time winding down, 7:41, fourth quarter. Michaela Martinez still going. The flag pull was made. That time she kept her momentum going, but was brought down at the 46. And it's going to be timeout Chandler. She got to the 45, so they will need 5 yards. And it's going to be a break for us here in the booth. We'll be right back. 10-7. It's the Pumas leading the Wolves.
"24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They are the first to respond. At Global Credit Union, we're here for them and any member who needs financial help anytime, day or night. At Global, service means being available 24/7, 365 days a year. Real people right here in the U.S. Global salutes our first responders and all those who answer the call. Global Credit Union, your world of financial possibilities.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing brings us the defensive play of the game, and it was Andy Linford. And there's Ariana Martin looking to throw. On the other end, it's Perry's Andy Linford, who's also their kicker, who's converted a couple kicks here tonight. She had an interception on the first drive, and it led to a touchdown. That's your defensive play of the game, brought to you by Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. If it's worth doing, do it the right way.
Really read that play, jumped the pass, and big things happen. That's what a coach always loves to see when the different phases play into each other. Big play on defense transpires to a big play on offense.
So now Martinez looking to get this done on 4th down and pitches it over to Ariana Martin, who had Douglas, but she couldn't hold on. That would have been not only the first down they needed,
but it would have wrote our story, right?
Explosive play, at least service on the coverage.
It's what we've been wanting to see play out, and no doubt this team has as well. First, the fact that you have 2 weapons that can air it out like that. And Douglas, unfortunately, does not make the catch, not able to hold on to it there.
I like the idea, the creativity, the trick play, but it did not work out for Chandler. And now Perry will take over with really good field position with 7:13 left in the 4th quarter.
We'll see what Chandler can do here on defense. It's one of those plays. You don't want it to take the wind out of your sail. Didn't play out how you wanted it to. It would have been one of those big plays. So now it turns to defense to make it happen.
3 receivers near side. Kendall Connor looks downfield, and that one was almost picked off. It was in the vicinity of the defender more than it was the intended target, who was Michaela Faldmo. So they're looking to the sideline to get the play in, and just up by 3. They are very aware that if Chandler gets another chance, they could march down the field and take the lead. But still a good chunk of time. As Connor looking, or it's Analia Perry running to the left side, and she gets out to about the 42-yard line. I think it was short of the line to gain, which is the 40. That's a 12-yard gain for, they call her AP, Analia Perry.
Yeah, and really it's impressive. She just looks comfortable out there, trying to find a way to get to that sideline to pick up some yardage. A little winded on that, catching her breath. understandably so. Big run.
She had a little bit of room there, and so now it's going to be, they're going to need 3 yards here for the first down. So the Chandler defense doing a nice job not letting Perry get the first down there.
It was fun to see Perry on the side of the receiving end because she's pretty deadly too when she is targeting down the line herself with the deep ball.
3rd and 3. Connor set to take the snap from Rose Pope, the center. Throwing out there, and boy, the coverage has been really good from Chandler. They have just not given these receivers much room. That was intended for Elise Service. It was Ariana Molina.
Looking there, they just, like you said, Chandler, they know what's at stake here and just all over that, making it hard for Perry. Make something happen here, but you know Perry not going out quiet.
4th down and 3. Got to have it here for Connor, who will be looking to run now. No, she's going to look to launch it downfield, and it was dropped, but it was right in the hands of the defensive back. Either way, that's the end of the possession for Perry. There's a flag on the field, and that's going to be a hold.
Yeah, so that'll make this very interesting. Like you said, Chandler had a chance with the interception, but it might not matter here.
Yeah, Chandler went ahead and declined that. That was a holding on Perry as Connor was trying to find time for Kendall Connor to get downfield, and there must have been a hold in there. So it's exactly what the Pumas didn't want to have happen. Chandler gets the ball back. Pretty good field position here. And they're going to need about 17 yards for the first down. That pass was short, so Martinez was feeling the rush from the defense. And that's exactly what Perry wants to do here, is pressure, as it's going to be 2nd and 17. So as much, Kate, as this has been a defensive game, we're seeing the defense even turn up a notch here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Credit to the defense out there. They are the key to the offense today so far, what the defenses have been able to do, or not allow the other team to do.
Quarterback switcheroo here as Ariana Martin's back there now. 2 blockers. She's running to the right, and she gets past midfield, past the 50. The pull is made, and it was a good one there at the 46-yard line.
She's another one, too. She's got that movement in her hips, able to dodge the pulls.
Alexandra Bazinski with the pull. Or was it Andy Linford? Martin takes the snap. 3rd down, rush coming. She is sacked by Andy Linford. She was already our defensive player of the game for that pick, and what a play for Linford. That's her 8th sack of the season.
You see that bobble there, and I think that's really just what threw her off there, making the play. And when you have an elite defender coming your way, a quick second bobble, even though you recover it, that'll cost you.
So neither team can really move the ball with any consistency here in this 4th quarter. It's been tough. And now it's 4th down and long. Ariana Martin takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, throws downfield. It's tipped by Jacqueline Gonzalez, who would have had the first down. She just tried to get a hand on it, and it's going to fall incomplete. So Perry will get the ball back.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she was the intended receiver on that or if it was Michaela running behind her. However, it doesn't matter in this thing. It's a null point in the fact that the play not made.
So Perry, again, we're kind of just seeing each team take over on downs at about the same spot, midfield-ish. And that's exactly what's happening right now for Perry, as they're going to get it at the 47.
When I played soccer, this was about a time where a coach I had would yell out, "Who wants it?" Because this is what you got to do. This is when you step up, take it, take the game.
That's a great point. Sophia Garibay with the direct snap, but that is a tackle for loss. They lost yardage on that one, Kate. That's going to be back at the 48.
Saw it on their face there, realizing what happened.
And Sophia Garibay had so much room to run in that first half. And the defense is just clamping down.
Yeah, they found their answers for that go-to target for sure.
Let's see if the coaches get creative here. Second down and 11. And Connor rolls right, and the pass is complete this time, but a flag is down. That was to Estella Ewing on a nice design play to get the ball out to her before the defender could make the play. That's going to be a hold on Chandler. Nice pass.
Yeah, and really great hands pulling that ball in. And that was an example. You play to the whistle because a lot of defenders around her. You would have thought she lost her flag right there. No pull. Takes off trying to get it, but like you said, flag on the play.
Estella Ewing is a junior captain coming into the game with 22 catches for 219 yards and 3 touchdowns. And so with that penalty on the Wolves, it's a first down and at the 32-yard line. So moving down the field are the Perry Pumas at the 2-minute mark. So like you said, Kate, who wants it? Perry's got the ball right now, and that's the question they're going to be asking.
Yeah, you want to punch it in. A 3-point lead certainly doesn't feel safe out there with this type of time on the clock and how this fourth quarter's kind of transpired back and forth between the two teams.
Clock is running. First and about 12. It's AP, Analia Perry in there looking downfield. Does she have a receiver? There were a host of defenders. It falls incomplete. Both jerseys colliding in there. It looked like it was intended for Garibay.
Makes sense to go to Perry here when you're trying to get it deep down on the field, but like you said, not a lot of options in that coverage for her.
Well, Perry leading by 3, and that field goal by Linford, 23-yarder, that is huge right now in this game. It's second down, 1:33 on the clock. Science Long doesn't look like she's coming back into this one. She's got some ice on the ankle.
Yeah, reports up from Danielle Lerner on the sideline. It's sounding like a sprained ankle. So you hope that's what it is, right? Because hopefully a quicker recovery. But anyone who's suffered a sprain, you know, it hurts bad when it first happens.
Connor stumbling a bit, feeling that rush. That's incomplete. It was 2nd and 12, so it's going to be 3rd down.
Chandler came through with the rush there, got fingertips on that ball, making that an errant throw.
It's just been a lot harder as the game has progressed for the offenses to move the ball, and again, credit the defense. Kendall Connor looking to kind of get back that momentum, get that swag back for her offense right now. And it's a direct snap. Sophia Garibay with Connor next to her. Garibay turns on the Jets, and she's just shy of the 20, but she did get what looks like about 9 yards on the play, so maybe 10.
You got to love that because I think intention, right? You want it in your go-to player's hands, the ball in her hands, and they've had an answer for Garibay in the second half, and so Perry playing it smart. Let's just get it right to her.
And she's like to see her going downhill.
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
But it is 4th down, so despite a very positive play, they still need 3 yards to get it to a first down and be able to possess the ball. Now they could go for the field goal again. Linford, she has a strong leg. There's a flag. Is that going to be a delay? It was a delay against Perry, so that's going to hurt, and that's exactly what you don't want because Linford, again, she's missed a field goal, she's made one. She's exactly who you want to be able to do that. I mean, this is a team that has a kicker that can convert these type of opportunities.
Yeah, but in a tight game like this, of course, you don't want, careless penalties like that down the stretch when you're just trying to really, separate yourself. Either 2 scores in the manner of field goals or at least a touchdown. You want that 6-point lead is big.
So 4th down, and Connor running, throwing downfield. It's incomplete. So they choose to go for it there, and they're going to play some defense to try to prevent Chandler from taking this win away from them, up by 3. Defense is the name of the game here in this one, Kate.
Yeah, this is going to be very exciting. You got to have your lockdown defense here. Chandler, for the players out there, the butterflies, these are those moments. You wonder, can you make that big play that everyone's talking about after the game?
So not a whole lot of time here for Chandler to operate. It's Ariana Martin, and she knows that. She has to be efficient with her time running downfield. The flag was pulled by Linford.
As you mentioned, the clock.
Short of the first. I believe it was short of the first. Linford is she's so impressive to me. Not only the soccer player that can kick the ball, but also play a whole lot of defense out there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Again, I think it goes back to so many elite athletes out there. A lot of just athleticism on display, and then that skill set that they bring from other sports that they play, or knowing this game, getting time to shine in different areas.
It's got to be frustrating for Bryce Lamb, who has had some nice play calls on offense using both quarterbacks, but it just hasn't been a lot of sustained drives, and it hasn't really been for Perry either. So 2nd down.
No, and Lamb has been creative, like you said, and so, if one of those plays just went the way they intended.
Ariana Martin into a cluster of players, mostly blue jerseys from Perry, and unable to bring it down at midfield. Jacqueline Gonzalez was there. Jordan Moreland was there. And that's an illegal forward pass. That's going to be the call.
Just to say, flag on the play, so we got that call now.
In front of the line. So a mental mistake there, and in the heat of battle, knowing that you're desperate, you have 21 seconds left.
These are hard moments, and with youth, you'll see moments like that. Both teams kind of on these last possessions, those mental laps. But those change as you get stronger and older upperclassmen on the team.
Michaela Martinez threw the ball to midfield, but it was tipped and incomplete. The coverage there by Regan Jones, and it was, I believe, Gonzalez was the intended target.
Yeah, and you go to Gonzalez, that's worked for you so many times, but like you said here, Perry, they aren't going to let things happen, trying not to let things happen on defense right now. They know what's at stake.
So stuck in neutral at the 30, 4th down. And needing 10 for the first, but also just 14 seconds. It's Michaela Martinez. She's going to run. She throws to Jacqueline Gonzalez. She's got the first down, and she's out to the 45.
And that was the exact play they wanted on that last down. And so now you really got to see what you can do, because unfortunately, clock not in your favor.
8 seconds. Michaela Martinez scrambles, throws deep. It's high in the air and batted down. Gonzalez was there. A bunch of defenders were there. There was another offensive player, but it falls incomplete, and there is no time on the clock. There might be a 1/10 of a second on the clock, or are they going to be able to run one more? Yes, they are.
Impressive.
9 lives, or at least one more here. And this is it. Can magic happen? Michaela Martinez, the snap, a tenth of a second, and she just launches it down toward Gonzalez, and it was in the hands of the defender, and it falls incomplete. Perry survives in a defensive battle. 10-7 here, the final. Kendall Connor and the ladies celebrate. Andy Linford was a big factor in this one with a field goal and an extra point and an interception. Sophia Garibay as well.
Yeah, and credit to both teams, like we've been talking about, especially in those final two quarters. The defenses stepping up for both teams. They made their adjustments at halftime, and sometimes you want to see that excitement, those adjustments on the offensive side. But hats off to the defense for both of these teams who saw what the other team was able to do in that first half and really shut it down in the second half. Very competitive game out there.
All right, handshakes on the field. Perry and Chandler. We've got the second game of our doubleheader coming up between Hamilton and Castile. But coming up at the end of the game, we'll have the Sands Chevrolet post-game report. Sands Chevrolet makes it easy. Stay tuned for that. Danielle Lerner will have our post-game coverage coming your way. It's game time on Your View.
Are you facing plumbing problems and need a reliable solution? Whether it's a leaky faucet, a clogged drain, or an upgrade to a tankless water heater, Right Way has you covered.
And for a limited time, save 10% off repairs and installations. Don't let plumbing issues ruin your day. Call Right Way at 480-WE-FIX-IT and we'll get a plumber to your door. If it's worth doing, do it the right way.
Arizona, do you have old, ugly, or damaged concrete? You need to call Galaxy Concrete Coatings. Give your concrete floors a transformation. Galaxy Concrete Coatings is 4 times stronger than epoxy and is designed to work on your garage floor, driveways, walkways, around your pool and patio. And even better, it's ready to go in 24 hours and has a lifetime warranty. Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com or call 833-417-0635 for 10% off. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. They are out of this world.
The post-game report is brought to you by Sands Chevrolet. Sands is the one.
By the coach of the Perry Pumas. Perry, of course, taking this game 10-7. Coach, we spoke going into the second half. You told me you were going to finish this game the way you started, and you did. Walk me through that second half and how you got that momentum back.
I mean, we started off just kind of like how we started the first quarter, which was great. The girls did great. We only needed a kick, which was great. So defense played awesome, held them to nothing. So it was an all-around team effort for that one.
Yeah, I know you've talked about how you like the challenge that sports brings. You like the adversity and the ability to overcome those challenges. How does a game like this, what does this teach you as a coach and your players as well?
We've been in a slump for a while, so it was good for these guys to kind of go through that slump and then realize that, hey, we could do anything, right, as a team, and that's kind of what we did. So good for these guys. These guys have worked hard all year, and I'm proud of them.
Yeah, I know that you've said that you like to look at a season, progress from start to finish. As you have just a couple more games left of the season, what are some of your takeaways so far?
We just got to finish strong. That's always been a key. Always getting better, always finishing strong, and never giving up. So that's kind of, these guys have been fighting every single game, whatever the score is, winning or losing. And so we hope to finish the last game just like we always do.
I know you give a lot of credit to your players for upping participation in this program, for the excitement. We have Sophia Garibay here, number 18. You heard her name quite a bit. She is a sophomore at Perry. Sophia, talk to me about your team. I saw you all having fun on the sidelines, cheering each other on. What is that camaraderie like, and why is that so important?
I just think it's really important. Like, we're all just having fun, but, like, also locking in. Like, we're always just focused and, like, we always just hold each other accountable, which I love about, like, just everyone here. And we're always just there for each other. If someone's in their head, we're just always going to pick them back up.
Yeah, especially going into that second half. You knew you had to come out and take care of business, as Coach put it. So how did you as players go out and execute that?
We just had a mindset, like just go in and just get the win. Like, we just have to work hard and go step by step and just take a breath each play. Like, don't rush it. We have time.
Yeah, and one last question for you. Girls flag football just taking off in Arizona. What is it like to see this sport growing and so many young female athletes getting involved and loving it?
It's actually so cool, like, seeing just everyone, like, compared to last year, like, I feel like there's so much more people, and, like, it just keeps progressing and getting in colleges and stuff like that. Like, I just think that's so cool, just to see a whole community of, like, a whole new sport coming in. Like, that's great.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to you both. I'll let you go celebrate with your team. Big smiles here on the sidelines. Kate and Jody, we'll send it back to you.
Thanks so much, Danielle. Congratulations to Sophia Garibay, Coach Salaya.
Go to Garibay, right?
Yeah, I like that. Go to Garibay. And tonight's player of the game brought to you by Galaxy Concrete Coatings. Concrete coatings that are out of this world. Speaking of out of this world, that's how you can describe tonight's player of the game, Sophia Garibay. Running, doing a couple of, receiving the ball as well. 59 total yards and the touchdown.
She was just a great target out there for them, doing a little bit of everything, footwork on display, having fun out there too, and she makes it look easy, but let's not say this is easy, what she's able to do out there. Tiny but mighty.
And that ended up being the only touchdown they needed. Our play of the game brought to you by Parker & Sons. Cooling, heating, electrical, and plumbing experts. We're not your average Joe. So 10-7. The final here, and you heard Coach say they had been in a little bit of a slump, each team coming off a loss. Perry had lost to Basha, but they bounced back in a big way here as we sign off, but we'll be back with another game. It's going to be Hamilton and Castile, undefeated Huskies here at home tonight, nationally ranked as well. But what a game it was. The defense tonight in Perry prevailing over Chandler.
When people need an attorney, it's because they know that they have a battle on the way. And that's why Viking Law is here, to fight for you.
If you have a personal injury case, Viking's experienced team of attorneys, paralegals, and assistants will stand strong and protect your rights. Call Viking Law Group today at 602-698-8900 or visit VikingLawAZ.com.
Let Viking Law be your lead blocker in scoring justice against the insurance companies.
Viking Law, fierce, fearless, local, and for you.
Another episode of Not Your Average Joe by Parker & Sons.
Joe, I'm so glad you're here. Our AC quit working. I got this.
At Parker & Sons, all of our technicians are trust certified. We only hire the best to care for our customers.
I'm all done. Thanks, Joe. Now, if we could just get a drummer to complete our 80s hair band.
Don't worry. I got this.
Wow, he's really not your average Joe.
Call Parker & Sons today. We're not your average Joe.
Best Friends Roadhouse and Mercantile, a place where dogs, cats, and their people aren't just welcome, they're expected. 5 miles south of Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, Best Friends Roadhouse and Mercantile.
It's easy to find stores that sell and install tires, but many of them don't offer critical services like alignment. Did you know the warranty from the tire manufacturer could be voided if your car's out of alignment? At Big O, we install and maintain every tire we sell, as well as offer many other auto repair services. And yes, that includes alignments. Here at Big O, everything we do is to protect you and your car. Guess that's why tires is in our name. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Best Friends Roadhouse and Mercantile, a place where dogs, cats, and their people aren't just welcome, they're expected. 5 miles south of Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, Best Friends Roadhouse and Mercantile.
Over Easy is a staple around the valley. We opened in 2008. It was so busy, we wanted to expand. So I'm from the East Valley. That's when we opened up Gilbert, Mesa, and a couple Queen Creek stores. We made our way out west, and so now we have a total of 17 locations. That's including 2 in Flagstaff.
We want people to be able to taste the things that we've worked so hard on. You know, when we're creating things and we're doing all this R&D and research and putting flavor profiles together and making sure that it's a little bit of this, a little bit of acid, a little bit of salt, and then to see it all come together and then people order it and go out, it's very gratifying. Not in a selfish sense, but more in the sense that I'm so happy that people are enjoying it the way that I thought I enjoyed it.
So the Over Easy mantra, breakfast is better when we eat together. It's more than just good food and good service. It's about hospitality. And when you walk through the front doors, it's an escape from reality. You come in here, time slows down. We make you feel at home. It's just really a great place to be. It's bright, energizing, and real.
It's just such a good feeling to know that people are enjoying themselves and enjoying the food, and then going home and think, God, I think we need to go back to that place. I really like that pork belly dish we had, or whatever it is. So there's something to be said for that. You know, you want to be